Hi, we're live.
Hello, friends. We're live.
Alive as well. I'm very certain on one of my things today because I have props.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay,
But
but it sounds like you could use that with another.
I think I know what I want to go with on my other thing as well. The only thing I always like is when you look at my potential things and you go like, "Oh, I'm really excited about."
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything like that.
I think we maybe did a version of 120.
I looked. It was email and it was very specific to Coca-Cola.
Really?
Yeah, so it would be a bit of a follow-up because in the email that was about Coca-Cola, we then talked about that as well.
I'm putting this in text because I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, where you which of the 1,000 text channels we have?
Thing gang. Thing gang. Now Rich is going to be like, wait, what?
Oh, you did do that? Hold on. I think you did do that.
I think I did do
which
that.
case I think I could still do it as a follow-up, like a broad, we need to be aware. Yes, you did it on May 22nd.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I was like, I feel confident. But yeah,
this is perfect, actually.
It's never, exactly, it is never a bad time for
an update. And if you click on that Wired article.
Yeah, perfect.
You see where I'm going? Yeah.
100. 100.
It's a little bit like your 114.
Which, okay, and now I am torn because, like, I'm a little late on, God, I have so many rando things in here. Maybe I'm going to do 106. I feel like I want to go back in time, but also I feel like 114 is so of the moment.
Well, I do 120, then we have a theme, which we don't usually have to plan, but why not?
We might as well. Yeah, let's do it. I don't think these other ones, other than the one that I'm a week late on and I'm pissed. Because
that's the other thing is I actually moved some of mine down because they're still good. And I'm like, yeah, those are not, they're not evergreen, but they can hold.
Yeah.
They're not perishable.
Amazing. Okay.
I'm wearing my shirt.
Let me.
I wish it showed up more. I guess I could just zoom out.
Sure. Hold on. I'm just trying to find the
I want to show my shirt.
You just show your shirt right now while I find a like.
That doesn't work. Now I'm just a tiny person at the bottom of the frame.
Oh my god.
Never mind. Let's just leave it.
Where was
You're the tiny person. Yeah, I can stand up. I'll do this for the whole show.
Oh my god, there's the whole. By the way, I'm just having a blast now with finding supporting material for number 9.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Like there are so many.
And this was the week where I had the intrusive thought of this, like.
Oh, really?
Not me thinking about it, but just kind of the gut reaction of like, yeah, I'm tired of, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That.
Yeah, Saray knows what we're talking about.
A lot of fun. Oh my god, there's literally a search assist. Hold on. I'm actually gonna paste. I'm gonna paste the AI summary.
Oh, nice.
This is I love today. Oh, the show. Why is it so good?
That proves a principle of mine that I'll save for the show. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm with you on whatever on what that is.
Oh, by the way, just so I don't forget, I know this is totally out of context. I'm gone all next week.
Okay.
We can talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, what does it say, the 14th? Okay. All right. We'll do something or whatever.
It's what Europeans do all month. I'm doing next week.
And you're giving yourself a week.
Yeah.
Well, this will probably be a good time to warn you and the audience that September and October, I might be gone. I mean, I just was looking at my calendar and all the trips that are in there, and I was just like, am I in town?
So you're not saying you'll be gone from the show that entire time, but any given show during that period you might not be on.
It's gonna be hella tricky. Yep, it's gonna be hella tricky.
I got
we may need a matrix. We might have to make a timeline. We might have some major advanced scheduling, like presidential.
We might have to VO3 Molly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just vibe code me now or whatever.
Yeah. Give me Molly.
Just vibe code me into the show.
No problem.
I'm horrified. All right.
We'll do it.
So just, consider yourselves warned, wonderful audience.
I'm gone next week. Molly is in superposition for any given show in September and October.
Exactly.
Until you start the show, you won't know if she collapsed into a coherent host or not.
Exactly. If you observe me,
yes,
you will have changed me.
Schrodinger's host.
Oh, God. Have you read Ball Lightning by Cixin Liu?
No, I haven't.
So, he's the guy who wrote The Three Body Problem.
Yeah.
I went down a rabbit hole. Then I read all the books I could find and some fanfic and whatever. Ball Lightning is crazy. It is a crazy book. Crazy book.
Crazy.
But you have really a lot of fun with quantum physics and observation and quantum states states as a parallel universe type situation. It's just a romp.
Nice.
It's just a wacky romp through theoretical quantum physics, and you'll just leave it.
I'm sold. That sounds pretty great.
Are you behind me? There's a lot of that. Yeah.
I consider Pennsylvania a quantum state. Sorry, that was unrelated.
It only exists when you look at it. You're like, is that a real? Oh, it is. Weird.
Pennsylvania.
All right, what do you think?
Does it exist? Yeah, I'm ready.
Before we piss off other state denizens by declaring their states theoretical at best.
Chicago doesn't exist. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. And wow, that's a leg. On my end.
Was it pretty rough?
Yeah. And music.
You got this, internet.
3, 2.
Give it to me.
Hey everyone, I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Tom Merritt.
Welcome to It's a Thing, the weekly podcast supported by you. A weekly podcast supported by you that is simple in both concept and execution. It's a show about things that are things.
Yeah. If you've ever if you've ever wondered, is internet lag a thing? Yes.
Today.
Yeah.
Specifically
right now.
Today.
In this very chair in which I sit. If you've ever said oh, that's a thing, isn't it? Or is that a thing? Is it a thing? This is the show where we tell you yes or maybe no. Usually yes, though.
Usually yes. A lot of times, if you just got that spidey sense, you're usually right. So you could email us and tell us all about it.
I am wearing our merch for the first time. I'm wearing the It's a Thing Best on Market sardine shirt. It is Sardines, so soft.
The trend of the summer. See, that's
I
the
might
best.
sleep in this shirt. It is pajama soft.
I am mousing.
Oh, yeah?
So this is one of our very few unrelated thing items, as in it is not related to a specific thing, but it is a word cloud of all of our things. And there's a lot of them, so it's kind of hard. So it kind of just looks like a brain.
It looks a little like confetti cake, but it doesn't taste like it. Don't eat the mouse pad.
Oh my God, it's pretty fun too, because it's it goes back in time. So we got some kelp seaweed. We got some Be Real, some Remember Be Real? That was a
Be
thing.
Real.
Uh-huh.
I even
Yeah.
went through a resurgence with Be Real and then fell off a second time.
Goldbelly. Oh, Goldbelly was such a thing.
I feel like Goldbelly's still
nostalgia.
kicking. Let's check
still
in. How
around.
you doing, little Goldbelly?
How you
There's
doing,
no more.
buddy?
There's no more lockdowns. You okay?
You all right over there?
Yeah, they're doing fine.
They're doing
They're just they look like they're doing fine. You can get Geno's East, which I can also just drive over and buy at LA,
Really?
which
Oh,
is
my
hilarious. Yeah. Gray's Papaya. Okay, if you're not in New York, yeah, that's good. All right, yeah, no, they're doing all right. Good for you.
Okay,
Goldbelly.
good.
All right.
Good. Great. Good.
I have been drinking electrolyte powder, which we talked about liquid IV earlier in the year in May, and I should not be. Because there is a backlash, not a backlash might be too harsh of a phrase, but the Wired had an article today about, do you need to drink electrolyte powder every day? And the answer is, for most people, no, you do not. And I feel like this is just a confirmation that not just liquid IV, but electrolyte powder in general has become a huge thing, right along with the water bottle, right? You put your electrolyte powder in the water, in your water bottle that you're carrying around. And the reason it came up for me, and this story caught my eye, is my wife's doctor told her that she was a little low in potassium, magnesium, etc., and that she should try some electrolyte powder, and recommended some.
Ah.
So she bought it and I tried it and I was like, ooh, this is really good.
Oh yeah.
And I
it
felt a
makes
little
you
boost,
feel great.
you know, it's
yep.
not the sugary one. So if you're like, oh yeah, because they're full of sugar. No, this was zero sugar, but it gives you a little boost. And so I'm like, I don't know, maybe I have some electrolytes. And then our mutual friend, Veronica Belmont, was like, well, you know, you don't need it. I'm like, well, Eileen does because her doctor said. She's like, yeah, did your doctor say it? And I'm like, no.
You're like, yeah, but everyone is doing it. Molly told me it was a thing.
But it
back in
tastes really
May.
good.
And Liquid IV became such a thing that there are now 75 competitors, and so
I've tried them
compare
all.
them exactly. Liquid IV versus Element.
And it just tastes really good, and I get a
so
little
good.
boost. But yeah, Wired is saying, like, if your doctor tells you need it, then yes, that's fine. If you are in a hot climate where you're sweating a lot, or you're doing a lot of exercise or work where you're sweating a lot and you need to replenish, then yeah. But otherwise, no, you're probably getting enough electrolytes just from the food you eat, especially if you eat healthy, which I tend to kind of do, like bananas and avocados and stuff. So yeah, there's the little bit of a like settle down, everyone. You don't need to have electrolyte powder all the time for everyone.
It's just so perfectly American culture. Like what I can never get over with these, crazes and crashes or whatever is like, it can be great when you are traveling or extremely hungover. Like, maybe I shouldn't be communicating this to the teenagers. Is he back there? He's about to go to college.
I mean, pretending they don't ever get hungover would be just as bad.
Right? Like, that's just embarrassing. And the fact is that Liquid IV specifically was created to replicate the thing that they give you an IV of when you are severely dehydrated or hungover. Like, you could get it at the Vegas airport because you partied so hard. So, like, there are times when this is the right tool for the job. And it is so American for us to be like, well, I am going to Orange Theory 3 times a week, so I should probably just have that every single day. Every day.
Or worse, in my case, wow, it tastes good.
You're just like, I love it.
And ... healthy? Question mark.
Right.
Which
is such a thing.
Since it's not. LMNT is the one that the doctor recommended to Eileen, and it's got a lot of sodium in it on purpose, right? But if you don't need that sodium, that's not a good idea. You don't need to just be filling yourself with salt. You'll look puffy at the very least, if not worse. So
yeah, like I have definitely been struggling with sort of constant inflammation and puffiness, which I attribute to creatine, by the way, because not everything is good for you just because it's a thing. Like I had a negative reaction that caused a lot of swelling and inflammation.
Yeah, see?
That apparently can happen, even though on Instagram they're just like, no, everyone needs to be on creatine, and it is only good for you. It's only good for you. And then you go online and it's like some website that is selling creatine that's like, let's debunk the myth that it can cause lymphatic swelling. I'm like, wait.
hold on.
If that if that complaint is so prevalent
Uh-huh.
that you need to debunk it. Anyway, this is all a long way of saying then I discovered that if I also drink an electrolyte powder, oh God, no. You add a bunch of sodium to that already existing puff bomb?
Yeah.
Nope. However, drinking them all the time is such a thing that my son the other day made a comment about how his water bottle smells like liquid IV. And then he goes, like everyone else's. Like they're all just out here
I'm
doing
not
it.
special. Yeah. Eileen is actually, because even though her doctor recommended it, it does have a lot of sodium. And so she, responsibly discussed it and everything. She's settled on Scratch, which is no sodium, just the electrolytes and no sugar.
Like the magnesium. Is that really?
Yeah. So it's got the magnesium, the potassium, and I think it's maybe got a little calcium in it. I don't know.
And no sodium?
But yeah, it's low sodium. It has
Yeah.
some.
It's
And it
called
flavors
Scratch.
it with citrus oils, so you get flavor, but it's very light. And what she didn't like about LMNT was not so much the sodium was part of it, but also like it was just too intense with the flavor. She's like, I want it to be light, like a San Pellegrino, or a Spindrift or something. And so Scratch is more like that.
I'm on the website.
I know. After we just said not everyone needs it.
I need it every day.
And I was the one where like,
amazing.
actually, I like the LMNT because that's tasty. Whereas Scratch, I'm like, I barely even can taste it. Why would I put this in my water?
Oh,
Like,
man.
well, because you don't need it, Tom. That's why.
See, now I'm already picturing the Instagram video that is this back and forth conversation. Do I need an electrolyte? No, you don't need it every day. I drink an electrolyte every day. You don't need it every day. I think I need it every day, right? Except that how that would play out is that would be the captions, and then behind you would be playing the song of the summer, I Have One Daughter.
Yes.
I have one daughter. Why did I not bring this last month or last week? I don't know, because
I think it peaked this week, though. Like it just started to burst out into places where I wouldn't have expected it. So
I think so. People did an article about it on August 9th, and I saw that article come out, and I was just like, no, come on. Because I have watched an absolutely stunning variety of Instagram videos that I would otherwise never watch, or TikToks, just so I can hear this song over and over and over, because it has been living rent free in my head. And so for background, in case you haven't heard it, here's the deal. There's this guy named Luke Holloway on social media. Let's just, writ large. Let's say he's on TikTok.
on the internet.
On the internet. And he has this absolutely hysterical concept, which is that he creates songs out of awkward dating app conversations. Tinder, Grindr, and they are hilarious. And the first one to really go viral that he then turned into a song that now everyone is using is this one that he calls I Have One Daughter. And the back and forth basically goes, do you have any kids? Yes, I have one daughter. How about you? And then it's so hard not to sing it, by the way, just to even say it. I have one daughter. How about you? Anyway, and then the guy goes, how many baby daddies do you have, if you don't mind my asking? How many baby daddies do you have, if you don't mind my asking?
Because that's what makes it, right? The conversation feels a little pedestrian if you're just saying it. But when you hear him sing it, it just imbues it.
It's
like-
incredible.
Yeah.
And then he sings ellipses. I have one daughter. I understand, but is he by the same father? And then there's
It
like another
sounds
pause.
so deep when you sing it.
I have one daughter. And so people have, and then again, I understand, but is he by the same daughter? And then the last line is, I don't understand. And so people have been, and it's amazing. And first of all, it's an incredible conversation, right? Like I just told
Yeah.
you, I have one daughter, so I clearly
So
only have
there's
one.
only one father
There's only
involved.
one father and baby,
Yeah.
and so amazing, right? Amazing on every level. And then people have been just using the song to illustrate via captions any misunderstanding
Yeah.
and anything that you're trying to explain to an audience that does not understand, which is, let's just say like a pretty universal problem right now. It feels,
What do you mean?
but it's everywhere. How many baby daddies do you have, if you don't mind my asking?
Asking.
Ellipses.
Song of the summer.
Song of the summer. Song of the summer. And then
Yeah.
just spend like an hour watching all these Luke Holloway song remakes of these conversations, because it's amazing. And he's getting like guest singers to come on, and like, but I
so
have
good.
one daughter. You just,
Ride
you're
that
not gonna
wave,
be able
Luke
to shake
Holloway.
it. Ride it.
You never know where it might end. You
Hope you
could
make
be
some money,
Bieber,
buddy.
or we
Hope you
may
make
never
some
hear from you again. It could go anyway.
Ellipses.
Yeah. I feel like because we brought up Song of the Summer that I have to put an asterisk, not an asterisk, but just kind of a slightly off topic addendum. Did you see that K-pop Demon Hunters is getting a showing in theaters next weekend
Yeah. That
as a sing-along?
wow.
Like avowedly, like, we invite you to come and sing along with the other attendees to the songs as you watch the show.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm memorizing every song. I'm in. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I can't believe. I mean, like, obviously there was data to back up the fact that it was huge. But like, it is huge.
I
It
went
is
from like,
huge.
oh, this is nice. I'm sure people who like K-pop like me will like it. And then it went to like, oh, I seem to be hearing about it from other people. And then to like, wow, it's on the Billboard charts. To like, oh my gosh, it's only second to Red Notice in Netflix's all-time movie streams. And now they're having a sing-along in theaters. And they're
Yeah.
like pushed Morgan Wallen and what's his name? The guy who's been dominating the #1 spot off the top of the Billboard charts.
I mean, it's bananas. And then I saw like a breakdown online of just like how it's just the anthem that we need. You know, it's not the soundtrack we expected, but it's the soundtrack that we need, because it's actually an anthem about like rising up and being independent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty spectacular.
It's incredibly unexpected, and even though it came from a big old tech company, kind of a grassroots thing, because they didn't
Yeah.
plan that. You
No,
know?
not at all. Totally.
Yeah.
I think we should
Alex
I feel
Warren,
like-
Ordinary. Alex Warren, Ordinary is the most popular song this summer,
Oh, yes.
but it's not the song of the summer.
No, it's not. The
I
song
have
of the
one
summer.
daughter. It's the song
It
of
might
the
be I have one daughter, but it might also. But the song of the early fall is the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. No
Yeah.
question.
All right.
I want to go on a thing field trip,
Yeah? I like
see
this.
it.
Where are we going?
right? Like maybe I come to LA and then we can just go see it in theaters and sing along.
Oh, I'm going to be gone
Oh, that's
next
right.
weekend.
Poop.
Or that'd be great. Oh, that would be
right.
so fun.
We will do it in our hearts. Scream inside your hearts. You remember that during the pandemic on the Japanese roller coasters?
That would have been golden.
Nice.
Oh, right. During the COVID. All right. My next
Nailed it.
thing was introduced to us by my 8-year-old niece, but she is not into it. Her 4-year-old younger sister is.
Ooh,
It is the Miniverse. Do you know of the Miniverse?
no.
The Miniverse are like kind of blind box because you don't know exactly what you're getting. You could get a different color, you could get a different spin, but you know something of what you're getting. There's like 2 styles, right? So this is the Boba Machine Maker Miniverse. And you open up the capsule and then you actually put it together to make a miniature. Oh my gosh, I lost the spoon. Make a miniature boba maker with the like bottle and the little spoon and the cups for the coffee. This is an espresso maker, actually, not the boba maker. And a little packet of whipped cream.
Get right out of this town.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, that It's a Thing has video now. We have video now, and Tom has a prop.
Yeah, if you look at our It's a Thing YouTube channel, you can actually see the Miniverse that Eileen created. You not only put it together, but you actually have to mix things and cure them with UV light. So the whipped cream here, she had to like make, put on there, and then you could just set it out in the sun and the UV light from the sun will do it. Or if you have one of those like makeup UV lights, you can make it work a little faster. And then it becomes like solid.
There are, as you might imagine, 12 to collect in the Hello Kitty series alone, and then you can just
Alone.
get tons more. I do think it's very cute how it's like, make it mini. Make it
Here's the
mini.
Make It Mini Cafe
Make it
that
mini
is yet to be
nature.
opened and created. But this is the boba maker. This is the this is the boba jar. There's so many. I can't keep track.
The Make It Mini makeup set makes actual makeup. So you have Sephora crossover at age 4.
Yeah, Miniverse is gargantuan.
Wow.
It is.
There always will be more plastic, won't there? Such
Yeah.
a buzzkill. I'm such a buzzkill.
I know.
I just look
know.
at this and I'm like, come on.
But at least you're not throwing this away.
Eventually,
Immediately.
I was just going to say, and then the parent finds the little spoon like a year later and is like, do we need this for anything?
What does this go
what do I-
with?
What do I do with it? What does this spoon go with?
Maybe I'll just throw it in this fish over here indirectly. Yeah.
I know I totally got buzzkilled it. These are adorable though.
But yeah, Miniverse.
It's a
It's everywhere. And if you go like to Target and you look for it, you will realize how big it is because they're all over the place.
I am just
You don't have to
so-
go to a Daiso to find it.
I'm so deeply, deeply grateful that you have an 8-year-old niece because my son is going to college very soon. Too soon.
Right.
Don't cry. So, like, we need a source. And you have
Yeah.
tapped into, like, I mean, kids, thank God, are a renewable resource. And you have tapped into the even younger.
We still have our Gen
Generation.
Z source with your son, but I got tabs on Gen Alpha now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, this is huge. This is really the research
Yeah.
stream is assured. I will say that Gen Z appears to be, because Gen Z is like older than we think. You know,
Yeah.
Gen Z, you can't even call them baby millennials, but maybe some baby millennials, but mostly Gen Z is driving because they see through all your BS. A huge and hilarious LinkedIn backlash.
LinkedIn, your moment in the sun as a safe harbor is over.
It is over. Because what is amazing about this is that it was indeed a progression from articles about how Gen Z was starting to use LinkedIn. And they were just like, LinkedIn is great. It's like the only social network that doesn't have all this like insanity and negativity. And it's not trying to like, I don't know, sell you like knockoff butt lifting leggings. You
Yeah,
know,
right.
it's just, it's not a cesspool of bad self-esteem. And
People tend to behave a little better because they wanted to get a job. So they weren't going to just like lay into you like they would on Facebook or X.
exactly. It was definitely the good place to be until, oh my God, everyone all at once was like, this place is horrible. LinkedIn culture is such a specific and specifically curated thing that, of course, Gen Z, with their immediate ability to see through all of your BS, is just like, oh my God, this is the embodiment of like toxic US hustle culture. It makes you feel bad about yourself in the same way that Instagram does, but slightly different, right? Because you just see some chump, Ethan, blah blah blah, who's just like, I'm thrilled to announce that I'm doing this like super cool thing, and I was previously doing this other super cool thing, but I stopped and took a break, and then, or I've taken a break from this incredible thing, and I'd like to thank these 35 people, and then I can't wait to tell you what I'm going to be doing next. And that's when I always tell
Yeah.
my friends who are feeling kind of jealous, I'm like, it's cool, he got pushed out, like, don't worry.
Hey, Tom, I'm sure you want to spend less time on HR. Is the thing I'm reading right now as a message that I got on LinkedIn.
Oh my God. LinkedIn, says one person on Reddit. There's an entire delightful subreddit, by the way, called LinkedIn Culture. It's on r/anti-work. And there's a whole thread called LinkedIn Culture is so toxic. And someone pointed out a year ago that it's just one big orgy of a 24-hour writing contest. There have been articles on LinkedIn envy and like how it is making people feel bad. There's all these videos on TikTok of like clearly Gen Zers in their 20s just being like, who talks like this? Like, why are you like this? Like, why is this there was an article in The Independent last summer how LinkedIn became the most cringe inducing social media platform because of the overly earnest personal anecdotes,
Yeah.
tearful selfies, and weird sporting analogies. They said it for a while, like it was really useful, but then now the atmosphere has changed completely. The straightforward job updates have been drowned out by a wave of long, meandering posts in which managers and productivity coaches and C-suite execs share emotion-laden anecdotes from their personal lives, only to give you whiplash when they switch gears to tell you about how these events taught them something about leadership principles or management consultancy.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple
love to
things
see
going on. One is, sure, when you had a horrible night with some toxic friends, the office break room sure feels like a nice change at first.
Right.
But eventually you realize it is the office. I think that's part of what's going on here. Also, there's just that sort of we can't have nice things social network phenomenon going on, right? Which is we've seen over and over and over and over, where when everyone first discovers that something is underutilized or has under attention, we're like, oh, it's so nice there because no one's exploiting it. But as soon as everyone knows that it's nice there, all the people start rushing in to exploit it, and then it's not nice anymore.
I mean, really, the problem with everything is scale. Like always, once you hit a certain scale, your thing is ruined. Especially in America, where then the only incentive you have is to go harder than everybody else. Like, how can I type A this more? And then there is nowhere where that is more in evidence than LinkedIn. There are Reddit thread. There's an X account called The State of LinkedIn, cataloging. Because remember when there was Best of Nextdoor?
Oh yeah.
Now there's The State of LinkedIn. To like catalog
nice.
the most obnoxious posts.
Yeah.
I mean, and now there's AI. So now that AI is writing posts for people, I mean, you got the little like the world emoji and then an update about their travels and then a light bulb emoji and then the stuff that they're working. I mean, it's all the exact same.
And everyone is warmly doing things.
Warmly they're honored. They're overflowing with emotion. I mean, and yet you still have to use it. Like it still works.
Yeah, I don't think it's ruined. It's just like, oh, the idea that this could have been like the place. No, it's not. It's just a place. It's a place for things.
It's social media.
Yeah,
Like it
exactly.
is social media and it always will be.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's also, by the way, it's just a very delightful genre of content. LinkedIn backlash content. It's fun as hell.
LinkedIn backlash is the best. All right, what are we going to make our thing of the week here?
Oh man.
I have one daughter.
Have one daughter. Feels like it has to. It has to be.
It's the thing.
Even though
Yeah.
I feel like we're like a few days late, it still has to be.
It's still going. I'm still seeing
it's
it.
still
I'm
going.
still hearing it. It's not done. And as I always repeat, It's a Thing is not about being first to identify a thing. It's a Thing as the paper of record for things.
Very true. Very good point. We're like Apple. Like we don't always get there first, but when we do it right.
Yeah.
Unless
all
it
the
is AI.
things that are fit to record as things. That's what we
There
are.
we go. Perfect.
All right. And part of that is getting your things, feedback at it'sathing.me. Tom needs a thing check. Not me, different Tom. Had this in the back of my mind for a while, but Instagram's new location sharing makes it more official, in my opinion. I've noticed my kids and friends sharing location. I share location with several friends. I know other people who have friend groups that share their location with each other. If you had told me 20 years ago that it would be so common, I'd have laughed at you. But it does feel like a slow burn thing over the last several years.
It's a freaking huge thing. I think we talked.
Yeah.
I know that we talked.
I feel like
about
we
it on
have
the
addressed this. Yeah.
because I was
Yeah.
like, dude, the kids are all sharing their location with each other constantly and stalking each other, and so it's
Yeah.
been very interesting since this Instagram rollout to watch the generational divide. Right, people like you and I are just like, oh hell no, like
It is funny.
way.
Like, I shared
no.
my location with a, turn this off automatically in 60 days kind of thing, for CES. Cause I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that could be useful. And then in Japan, I shared it with my relatives and I didn't turn it off. Cause I'm like, well, they're they're my relatives, you know, I certainly trust them and maybe they have a need for it. And it's not like dragging down my battery life, but I am astonished how easily people are like, yeah, okay, here you go, share. Yeah, permanently, forever. You can know where I am. No problem.
Forever. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like Facebook and Instagram, you know, Meta already does because we're all carrying surveillance devices in our pockets. Like, be real. They know. Be so real. For real, as they say. Not Be Real the app, which is no longer a thing. Episode 337 back in October, we talked about Life 360 as an entree to the fact that they were actually using this app and then in general sharing location constantly. But I do think like it's that explains why, because there are people who are just like, I cannot understand why Meta would introduce this feature. And it's like, it turns out that the answer is because the kids are already doing this nonstop.
Yeah. Well, I think the Instagram part of it got really misinterpreted. It can be abused and you should be aware of it. But the point of it was to be like, here's a picture of a restaurant. Make it easy to find that restaurant, right? Like there is a legitimate reason for it.
Sure. I mean, no Meta, absolutely not. And I would tell my kid not to do it either. I'd be like, just keep doing what you're doing, which is using your iPhone. But they're doing it. Adam in San Diego has a TV thing. Hey team, my husband and I were watching the Perry Mason reboot on HBO Max, and he said to me, isn't he supposed to be a lawyer? And I was like, yeah, maybe it's a flashback. And then we proceed to watch 6 episodes before he even becomes a lawyer. And there's only 8 episodes in the season. Upon mentioning this to a friend at dinner, he told me, yeah, that's Surf Dracula right there. That's Surf Dracula. And then proceeded to, thank goodness, explain that reference, which is from a Twitter user who once said, back in the day, if you did a TV show called Surf Dracula, you'd see that fool surfing every week. But in the streaming area, the entire first season got to be a long flashback about how he got the surfboard until you finally get him to see him surf for 5 minutes in the finale. And so the point here is that this narrative device is totally a thing in modern prestige television, and I can't decide if I'm okay with it yet. My husband, by the way, was decidedly not. Love the show. P.S. Here's a link to the Know Your Meme page that I found on this for more details. That is funny.
Yeah, I love Surf Dracula as a name for the meme. That's amazing. And the long, like, we're going to reimagine Perry Mason, but show you him before he's Perry Mason. It's, I think, just an example of every device is a reaction to, well, all the shows are like that. You know, so for the longest time, the shows were all Surf Dracula, right? And then people are like, whoa, this show is weird. This is new. It actually starts, so you get to see his backstory. You get to see how he became Surf Dracula. It's so cool. Until every show was doing that, right? And then so now everybody's like, yeah, okay, maybe sometimes just show me the character and do the thing, because you don't do that anymore. So it all goes in cycles.
I mean, bravo to this, though, completely concise realization and explanation of exactly what it is that gave it Surf Dracula the name, because that's hilarious and totally true. But yeah, we also got some very different.
Yeah, well, and it goes in like you get used to a certain type of storytelling, and then you don't want to hear that type anymore, and somebody comes up with a new one. Sometimes it's like hasn't been used a lot. Sometimes it's just bringing back an old way of doing it.
Yep.
I hope someday to see a show called Surf Dracula. I'm just gonna.
Me too. Honestly, somebody make that.
We got some women's sports bar recommendations. Peg in Seattle said, hi, my favorite podcasters. Well, thank you, Peg. You mentioned quickly in the list Seattle's fave, Rough and Tumble. The walls there are replete with signed shirts from Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe, plus many other greats from Seattle. Wonderful place, great vibe, and best spot for Seattle Storm, UW rain, and all the fun. And then Matt from Hudson chimed in, I wanted to write in with a thing confirmation here in Cleveland. There is a new women's sports bar that opened up a few months ago called The W. Another spot, Bruins, a donut shop and bar, while not specifically a women's sports bar per se, would host viewing parties for the WNBA and other women's sporting events. And I have to say, when I saw this email from Matt, I was like, wait, I've heard Rich talk about Brew Nuts a bunch. Like, that's something I've heard of before. That's amazing.
Yeah, and Rich's wife chimed in and was like, oh, we go to that women's sports bar all the time. By the way, Cleveland, just like super hopping.
Yeah,
Cleveland has a lot of cool stuff. Low-key
Cleveland's hopping. A thing.
Yep. Sandra from Kirkland wrote in on a pretty amazing new phrase. Hi, Tomori. My Gen Z niece and nephew just tipped me the wink on a very hot thing. performative males. It's just dudes doing things they think chicks dig to make them look sensitive. Reading books, listening to indie singers like Tori Amos or emo artists like Elliott Smith, preferably on vinyl. Hanging Labubus from their tote bags. Drinking matcha. There's a whole TikTok Reels universe of these videos. There's a lot of supporting evidence, by the way, from Sandra for this. A couple of roundups of this phenomenon, an additional layer of influencers explaining it. So it's a multi-layer thing. There was even apparently a contest in Seattle for most green flaggy performative male. I love this, by the way. When I was in college, oh my God, yeah, Seattle performative male contest.
It's amazing.
Final round. I have to say, this is amazing because it now has a name and is a phenomenon that has been around as long as there have been men trying to attract women. I used to call this type the sensitive ponytail guy. I'm not the only person who called him that, but to me, the big marker of the guy who was just like trying to be a green flag was the sensitive ponytail guy. And like, spoiler alert, most of the time they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Because if they are, they don't have to perform.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me all about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny though. Performative males. Love it.
Robert on the 6'7" meme. It is cropping up in the news. Brian Daboll, the New York Giants coach, referenced it, and none of the reporters knew what he meant. 6'7" can be substituted for the phrase so-so. Origin is the song Doot Doot 6'7" by Skrilla. When Daboll was asked where he learned it, he said, the kids.
The kids. That's amazing. Oh, they're so granular. We're getting so granular. Ben from O'Fallon, Illinois writes
O'Fallon.
O'Fallon.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Home of St. Clair Square. That's how I know.
Home of St. Clair Square, guys. O'Fallon, Illinois writes in on a potential Halloween trend, pastel Halloween. Not sure if it's a thing or if Aldi in Central Illinois is trying to make this be a thing. One to watch for?
Pastel Halloween. I mean, if Aldi's doing it, though, Aldi's worldwide, so...
Aldi labeled it. It's a thing.
Yeah. Aldi its circular, says it's a thing. Aldi, are you listening to the show? Because we talk about you a lot.
Pastel Halloween, period. It's a thing. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out, Aldi.
If you're listening, Aldi, and you're getting ideas from us, that's fine. We love it, and using our phrase in your circular is totally cool, but send us some coupons, please.
Can we have some coupons, though?
Yeah, that's all I say.
Pastel Halloween merch. I want some merch.
And now the silicone ring section of the feedback.
Oh my God, look at this.
Mike in Denver wrote, silicone rings have been a safety thing for blue collar workers for well over a decade. A metal ring is dangerous for anyone that works with their hands. I know mechanics, machinists, electricians, welders, riggers. Why did he write it electricians? I need more on that too, please, Mike. Welders, riggers, and all kinds of construction workers that have had their metal wedding ring cause injury on the job, sometimes resulting in the loss of a finger or the hand. Metal rings can easily get caught on things or create an avenue for electricity to electrocute. In comes the silicone ring. It doesn't conduct electricity. It'll break away when it gets caught in moving equipment.
Morgan writes in, hello, first time writing in, but I was very surprised to hear you bring up silicone wedding rings as a new thing. I'm a millennial from the Midwest, and all of my married friends use the silicone rings, not just on vacation, but as the day-to-day ring. They have a real ring for the wedding and for special occasions, but everyday life, we all wear silicone and have for as long as I've been married, almost 8 years. You can get a 5-pack on Amazon for like $10, so no worries about them breaking or wearing out. Save the nice ring for dress-up events. Damn.
Yeah. Sometimes when we bring up a thing, it's not because it's new, but it's just maybe everybody doesn't know.
Well,
hey,
sometimes it's just like I overheard some guys talking about it, but I haven't been married for a long time. But this is freaking fascinating.
Jonathan reiterated the tradespeople origin for the rings. It doesn't surprise me that someone working in a garage would be interested in it. In fact, I've always used them as a shibboleth for a certain kind of working class person. On the one hand, pun once again unintended, I'm happy to see a safer, more hygienic, more affordable option than expensive jewelry for what many consider a necessity and symbol of their commitment. Perhaps when I'm feeling a little more curmudgeonly, I might go so far as to classify it as a subset of the meta thing of niche products for professionals becoming commercially popular because of the aura of competence and hardcoreness surrounding them, much like Carhartt becoming more of a fashion brand than serious workwear. Either way, their entrance into the mainstream is definitely a thing. Thanks again for the pod, and I'm loving the new merch.
Okay, I appreciate that, Jonathan. I appreciate that they have entered the mainstream at least. And then Turi writes in, "Hey Tom, Molly, and Rich, love to hear that silicone rings are being a thing. My wife and I have been wearing them since we got engaged, so about 5 years. Originally, we wore the Groove Life brand because they have such pretty designs. We got engaged in Northern California on the beach near the redwoods, so I wore a redwood one, and she wore a pair that looked like the sea and a shell. I love the simplicity, non-clunkiness, and lack of need to worry about them. Keep up the good work. Thanks, spotting." Damn.
Yeah. So
Thank
silicone
you
ring.
so much for all the education about this. This is fascinating, and I feel like my singlehood and also coastal eliteness, honestly, really showed in just discovering it. But this is exactly why we do the show.
Yeah. It turns out we are in one place at any given time.
Are we ever?
So it takes all of you to help us keep our eyes everywhere. It'll be like, actually, over here, that's been a thing for a while. That's cool.
Great.
Let's get to the shout outs. These are based on slogans for office supply brands.
Incredible. All right. Thank you to those of you who support us at the shout out level, by the way. Patreon.com/itsatthing is where you can support us at any level. But if you support us at the shout out level, you get a little something like this. Dom, world leaders at your service.
Brian John Furcaro, you want it? We got it.
Morris Jones, point made.
Benjamin Forrest, see what you're missing.
Oh. AJ Venturella, so good, you'll want to stay together forever.
That's office supply slogan?
Apparently.
Lee Price, do your dad proud.
Kevin Sill, this is high praise for Kevin Sill. An experience beyond words.
But deserved. Eric Duncan, new look, new mood, new times.
Jake Woods, will help you look good on paper.
on paper? That's like Delta gets you there. Well, if you look good on paper.
On paper.
Gabrielle Cohen, common technology, uncommon capability.
Yeah. S-Dub Texas, competence for perfection.
Oh, yeah.
Das ist super, Werner Herzog.
Laura Abel, we're always working.
We're always working. We're always working. Baylor Trucks, the new value frontier. People friendly, a whole new reason to smile.
That's all true of Baylor Trucks, but whatever office supply company that was from was working too hard to explain themselves.
It's three. That's three slogans. That's just all. It's 3 in 1.
AB Puppy, where will you take me? I'm not even with that one.
Louis Saint-Amour, given and used by famous people.
Okay.
Yikes.
And Mike Akins, the surprise package for Christmas.
Surprise!
We have a new shout out patron that signed up. And so once we get to September, we will roll BioCow into the fold. I love BioCows joining us at the shout out level, and it's a thing.
That's so
Yay,
great.
BioCow.
I love it. One more time, patreon.com/itsatthing is where you can become a member and support the show directly at any level. Once you become a member, you can access our Discord and chat along live with listeners while we tape. Plus, you get an ad-free RSS feed.
And you can also support the show by buying the shirt I'm wearing right now. The It's a Thing Best on the Market shirt, or any of our merch at itsathing.me/shop. It's so comfortable.
So soft. See you next week.
Just feel rhythm to the beat of life.
my goodness. Rich says that these have been, the emails were edited down significantly because everyone had such great feedback and went,
We had
Yeah.
so much silicone ring.
Damn.
Just feedback in general. Outstanding week for feedback. But the silicone ring was like, that was the thing.
that is, I can't tell
By
if
the
I'm
way.
like embarrassed or stoked.
No, you should not be embarrassed. You should
I'm not
absolutely be
embarrassed.
stoked.
It's
Yeah.
clearly a thing. If
Yeah.
there's
'Cause-
this much love.
For all the things in the world, we will never be like first on everything, and we won't even always understand just how pervasive it is or its history. So that's why we need the audience to kind of help us out.
It's totally true. Also, I asked my brother if he knew about it, and he didn't, and he's usually up on these things, and he was stoked. So somewhere out there
Yeah.
also is someone who just found out about this and is like, I'm freaking
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
So, there you go.
For every silicone ring, there's a Bass Pro Shop hat. Just saying. Like
The
that's
Carhartt
everywhere now.
analogy. The Carhartt analogy is an excellent one.
That was my favorite thing about the feedback is it wasn't just, oh yeah, these were popularized by tradespeople, and then and then it kind of worked into athletes, and but then there was like the reaction to it. It's like, I see this now, and I'm like, I love that
Yeah.
the Carhartt was perfect. Like that was the thing
Yep.
for me.
That's
I
a
was like, oh,
perfect
this is deep.
analogy.
This is deep.
Yeah, this is breaking out of that 8-year-long tradespeople thing into
Right.
other places.
And probably because it became a thing for athletes.
I have my
And then it
Moto
just got bigger and bigger.
3.
Motori.
Oh my goodness.
I have
I
my
gotta get a shirt.
vibe coding, good vibe coding only shirt.
Yeah.
And I have 3
That one sold
others.
really well.
Yeah, we seem to strike a chord. A shirt of its time.
I love it. I gotta get some stuff. I'm still just rocking the mouse pad.
Yes, please.
I just bought this because I honestly, the reason I bought
at the
this
bag.
shirt was because I was looking at the site and I was like, that's just a cool shirt. Like,
It's
you
an
know,
awesome shirt. Yeah, it's like
I just
really
want to have that
stylish.
shirt, even though it's our shirt.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I should try out the merch too. And so I got it and I'm like, it is so soft.
I
That
like
is
this one because it's in
everything.
cream, and I don't have a cream colored shirt, so I like a cream.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
I will say this does present a dilemma because I organized my T-shirts out of spite by Roy G. Biv, and I don't know where a cream color shirt goes in there. Does it go with brown? Does it go with yellow? I'm not sure.
It goes in between yellow and white. I
Yellow
have a
and
whole
white.
cream section because I.
But see,
cream
I
is
have
like my
white
jam.
at the very end. And I have like white.
Right,
gray,
because yellow
black.
is next to green and Roy G. Biv.
Oh, I see.
right?
You did it, Roy G.
Yeah.
Biv. Got it. Not like color spectrum.
Yeah.
And I'm only
Okay.
doing it because someone in my household, I'm not going to say who, but it was an adult in my household, claimed I could never keep my t-shirt drawer organized. So I'm keeping it ultra organized out of spite.
I actually rotate my t-shirts when I take them out of the laundry. They go in the back of the drawer, and then I pull new ones from the front.
I had a similar system, but I just wore the same 3 t-shirts.
Well, that keeps me from doing that
Yes,
because
yes.
the once I wear it, it goes to the back, and I'm pulling from the front. So even though I'm not always pulling the very first one, I don't usually go all the way to the back.
Does our site? I'm embarrassed that it took me this long to ask, but does our site have the ability to create ladies fit shirts?
Yeah, we can do a ladies fit shirt.
I
as
would
well.
love that because
Okay.
I hate a big
Boxy
schlubby
dude
t-shirt.
shirts?
Yeah, like
Yes.
turns out, and it's so ingrained in me. I'm so oppressed by our system. It's so ingrained in me that it didn't even occur to me to ask. And then I was like looking at the t-shirt, like, yeah, I want a button. And then I was like, no, I will never wear that because it just looks like it's like.
Do you
a
have to
t-shirt.
select which sizes, or does it just default, or how does that? I actually
I
don't know
believe
that.
you can set what sizes, like it'll tell you what sizes are fully available, and then I think you
Uh-huh.
can specify.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
But I think I am gonna get in the interim. I'm gonna get the Privacy is Dead tote.
Do you want a Gildan women's basic soft style t-shirt?
Yes, please.
Or would you prefer a Gildan heavyweight?
Crap, I don't know. Probably the heavyweight, right? Because that's like the super nice, comfy kind.
We could also do a racerback tank top.
Ooh, who doesn't love a racerback tank top?
I think we'll just do the
T-shirt,
Gildan.
regular, yeah,
I have to see
regular weight.
Okay, I think it has less colors, which is a bummer, and I dislike it.
Classic.
Vlasic.
The
Doesn't-
lady screwed here. I have one daughter. I understand, but is he by the same
The
father?
same father.
Ellipses. Oh, so good.
Good stuff. All right, folks, we're gonna mosey on down the road.
Exactly. Perhaps you heard my
enjoy-
calendar letting me know.
The rest of your summer. We'll see you next time.
Have a great one.
Give it to me. Give it to me.